Greetings and good morning from Smokey and Spike Productions. Welcome to American Fork Canyon. Today I'm reading the creek. This will be my Utah Placer Gold special. And my good friend Adam has accompanied me on this journey. Smokey and Spike. I have the RPE sluice, Garrett classifier, a green gold pan, and the big red pan. I've traveled upstream. This looks like a pretty good deposit area. Lots of big rocks. I'm gonna sample where this root system comes down. I've cleared an area to set up the RPE sluice, and underneath those roots is some really tight packed gravel. I'm definitely gonna be sampling it. This is the bedrock protrusion, so this should be a good catch point. I've got that V flowing perfectly into the RPE sluice. I'm gonna dig up some material, classify it, and see if we get some shiny. I have cleared off this spot pretty good. Here's something very promising, quartz vein in suit. Hopefully we'll see some shiny. We'll do a good run through the RPE, then go downstream. We have accumulated just under a half a bucket of material to run through the RPE sluice. Thank you for your help, Adam. Time for the first scoop. See if I got it set up right. I need a little more flow. Honestly, I need to invest in an aluminum frame sluice with V-matting and miner's moss. Let's try this again. Okay, that's a little better. Moving through the sluice faster. There we go. That is better. Observing the indicator riffles is very important. You need to see the indicator minerals like black sand, hematite, magnetite, and iron. I've decided not to use the RPE sluice the rest of this journey. It's just too difficult to keep in place, not enough weight behind it even with my modifications. So I'm gonna classify material in the bucket. Me and Adam are both gonna do some test panning to get more productivity done. No visible gold in the first test pan. We've moved downstream. The road up further is still closed. I think there's a decent inside bend just over here. Go take a look. Here's the inside bend I was talking about. If I could safely get across, I want to sample right where these logs are. There was not anywhere safe to cross where the inside bend was. Looks like there's a pretty good erosion point right here. I'm gonna test right where that huge rock is over there. That outcropping is huge. Look how it's just bent and folds. Get a closer look at that. Oh wow, that is ginormous. This one's going to be tricky to get to, but I got a good feeling about it. I'd like to get down there underneath that rock. Flow sand, big gravels, big boulder crevice. Looks like we got some real good gravel right here. Adam's rinsing the material through the classifier. We've got a little bit more material to pan. Lots of indicator minerals. It's become very evident that the source is further upstream beyond the road closure. This bedrock crevice should be a good catch spot during high waters. That crevice is opening up quite nicely. Quite a bit of material I'll be able to pan. Quartz vein in the crevice. Hopefully there's something promising in the gold pan. More indicator minerals. I had high hopes for that pan. No visible gold. I have arrived back home safely. I'm gonna get a panning station set up and take a look at the concentrates collected from that journey. Now for some results. The finishing pan is in my favorite red gold pan. What do we have in the concentrates? Between myself and Adam, we classified down one full 5-gallon bucket after we decided to stop using the RPE sluice. Quite a bit of black sands in here. Lots of heavies in there for sure. The gold has got to be further up. When myself and Brad Hayden went up there at Rocky Mountain Prospector, we found quite a bit of flakes in our pans. They were really small. Now that I'm getting further down to the concentrates, those black sands look awfully familiar to the concentrates collected out of the outcropping at the mouth of the canyon. Definitely a higher, rich galena sulfide silver deposit up there. That's for sure. That's pretty heavy too. That would be a big zip zero nada, not even any ultra fine flour of gold without looking at the material under a microscope. That is currently packed up with my goods, ready to go to Holcomb, Washington. Unfortunately, our move has been delayed by 2 weeks. We have to postpone the moving truck. There are some issues that have arisen. I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm going to try to keep my channel going and maintain throughout the duration of now until the official move. And then, when I get the new ground in Washington, I'm going to hit it hard and get that shiny. Thank you for watching Smokey and Spike Productions. Have an awesome day.